faith as a scientist. Faith, to me, means belief in the absence of evidence. And I want to begin by illustrating the difference between faith-based belief and evidence-based belief in the form of a spoof issue of the Quarterly Review of Biology, well-known biological journal. And I've invented an issue, a special issue, on the vexed question of how did the dinosaurs come to an end? Did an asteroid kill the dinosaurs? And I've got a list of imaginary papers that might be submitted to the Quarterly Review on this question, did an astronaut kill the dinosaurs? First paper, iridium layer at KT boundary and potassium-argon dated crater in Yucatan indicate that an asteroid killed the dinosaurs. Perfectly sensible, respectable scientific paper. The President of the Royal Society has been vouchsafed a strong inner conviction that an asteroid killed the dinosaurs. It has been privately revealed to Professor Huxtane that an asteroid killed the dinosaurs. Professor Haldley was brought up to have total and unquestioning faith that an asteroid killed the dinosaurs. Professor Hawkins has promulgated an official dogma binding on all loyal Hawkinsians that an asteroid killed the dinosaurs. Well, I hope it's clear that paper number 1 is the one that I approve of, and I hope that nobody will approve of papers 2, 3, 4, or 5. They do seem to me to illustrate precisely the religious approach to what's true about the world. Faith can sometimes be caught like a virus from a charismatic preacher or a persuasive book, but more usually, faith is hereditary. Isn't it a remarkable coincidence? Almost everybody has the same religion as their parents, and it always just happens to be the right religion. Religions tend to run in families. If we'd been brought up in ancient Greece, we'd all be worshipping Zeus and Apollo. If we'd been born Vikings, we'd all be worshipping Wotan and Thor. How does it come about? Through childhood indoctrination. You've all seen maps like this, which map out in color the predominant religions of the world. In a green area, you're a Sunni Muslim. In a red area, you're a Protestant, etc. What a preposterous thing that map is when you think about it. Imagine that a similar map were constructed of the scientists of the world portraying what they feel about the extinction of the dinosaurs. The point is that although that is ridiculous, all of society, even the secular part of society, accepts that it is perfectly natural to see a map like the previous one in an atlas of the world, and it's perfectly natural to see in a newspaper headline, this child, this 4-year-old child, is a Christian, this 4-year-old child is a Muslim, etc. It's not just that religious people accept that. All of us in society have been persuaded, cajoled into treating religion as uniquely allowed to get away with such outrageous labeling. There's a map of Belfast with Protestant areas and Catholic areas. And throughout centuries of history, those represent battle lines. There's no other difference between the people who live in Belfast. They're the same color, they speak the same language, they look the same, they sound the same. The only difference is they have different hereditary faiths. Hereditary in the sense that Protestants go to Protestant schools, and their children do, and their grandchildren do. Catholics go to Catholic schools, and it goes on down the generations. And they are taught separation. Again, this preposterous idea of scientific theories being mappable. It's accepted in religion. Curious noise going on. It's rather a monotonous tune, I think. Now, science is often accused of arrogant certainty. But how about faith? Clarke's third law, Arthur C. Clarke, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. Clarke's third law is a good illustration of the humility of science, in this case in the guise of technology. We're humble in the sense that we are implicitly acknowledging that the technology of, say, a century's time or 2 centuries' time will appear to us as magical as our technology, as mobile phones, as computers, as Boeing 747s would have appeared to an 18th century person. The same is true of science and its attitude to the mysteries of the universe. J.B.S. Haldane, the great British scientist and polymath, said, "Now my own suspicion is that the universe is not only queerer than we suppose, but queerer than we can suppose. I suspect that there are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamed of or can be dreamed of in any philosophy." Richard Feynman compared the accuracy of quantum theory's experimental predictions to specifying the width of North America to within 1 hair's breadth. This means quantum theory has got to be true in some sense. The predictions are so fantastically accurate. Yet the assumptions that quantum theory needs to make in order to deliver those predictions are so mysterious that even Feynman himself was moved to remark, "If you think you understand quantum theory, you don't understand quantum theory." David Deutsch, in this splendid book, The Fabric of Reality, resorts to, and I think resort is the right word, the many worlds interpretation of quantum theory, because the worst you can say of that is that it's preposterously wasteful. It postulates a vast and rapidly growing number of universes existing in parallel, mutually undetectable, except through the narrow porthole of quantum mechanical experiments. These universes all differ in slight ways. In some of these universes, I'm already dead. In a minority of them, I have a green beard, and so on. The alternative Copenhagen interpretation is equally preposterous. The human mind was not evolved to understand these things, yet the predictions indicate that in some sense they are true. Science is humble enough to recognize that the universe is queerer than we can suppose.